بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We all belong to Allah, and we all should return to Him, and we all should have to and ultimately will return to Him. It's time to revert to Allah. But today I am having some serious questions. As an intensivist, intensive care specialist and a physician, I am asking particularly from my Chinese intensive care specialist doctors and all those people, all those pulmonologists, intensive care specialists, anesthesiologists, ventilation specialists, perfusionists, and critical care masters from Pakistan. As an intensive care specialist for last 25 or 30 years, working in field of medicine with ventilators, one brief question, an important question I have in my mind, that all of you who has worked on patients with coronavirus pneumonia, what is your experience and advice up till now regarding when to ventilate and when not to ventilate, whom to ventilate and whom not to ventilate? And is there really a medical benefit as an ultimate result? Like, did you have saved the patients, more patients with ventilation, artificial ventilators or artificial ventilation, whatever modes you have used in this pneumonia case, when once they have developed the ARDS or severe pneumonia or SARS or even acute pulmonary fibrosis, whatever information you people have, because all I have is only the short literature available up till now on the net. So immediately share it with all of us, that what is your experience up till now with the this coronavirus pneumonia patients, how many they improved, and the artificial ventilation was really beneficial once the respiratory failure was there, or there was no gross difference between the patients who were ventilated or who were not ventilated. And if you have observed that few patients who were ventilated earlier and few patients who were ventilated later because of maybe non-availability of the ventilation or the consultant decision, whatever. So what were the ultimate results? Early ventilation was better or the late ventilation was better? My personal experience up till now with the patients in ICUs with acute pulmonary fibrosis or severe ARDS in such a rapid settings with such a extensive pneumonia, bilateral pneumonia, in already existing advanced chronic pulmonary diseases like advanced chronic asthma or obstructive pulmonary airway disease or severe bronchiectasis, already having interstitial lung disease with pulmonary fibrosis due to any multiple reasons. So usually it is not beneficial most of the times, and usually sometimes as intensivists we are reluctant in those patients, chronic patients or elderly patients or immunocompromised patients. So you all know what I am saying, that the multi-factors are taken into account while taking such decisions. But up till now, this new pandemic, my Chinese friends are the ones who fought it in the last 2-3 months, and they are with the vast experience on this planet Earth, and already I appreciate their efforts and their volunteer efforts. They are going to the Italy or Iran and other countries, and as well as this question is from the intensivist and intensive care or ICU specialists from Italy, France or Iran or wherever you have dealt with these patients. What is your up till now final advice or observation or clinical data if you applied the stats also? Because medical science usually rely on statistical data or mathematical data, that whether it is beneficial really, definitely it will decrease the work of breathing and many other benefits, body reserves, all. I do not want to go into too much medical terminology for general public as well, because I want to my fellow being humans to spread this question or real concern from my side, because we all are in panic that we don't have too many ventilators or ITUs or intensive care facilities and all these things. But are they really beneficial in most of the patients? And should we go for them as early as possible? Or once the patient is type 1 or type 2 respiratory failure or hypoxic? Or should we delay and let his natural system and conservative approach and oxygen and all these other things, or whether the BiPAP is better or non-invasive ventilation is better? Because at the same time, we have to consider personal safety measures of our team as well, the intubation team, the suction staff or the ventilation assistant, and all those people who are directly involved in the resuscitation or continuous fight of those patients. They are vulnerable and they are most exposed people. So as the true approach of any intensivist or CPR team leader, I am concerned about my team safety as well, that if it is beneficial, they will take all these risks. Or if the patient is only on oxygen mask or only intubation with bag ventilation and suction, so we all know that hemodynamics will change and his natural reserves and natural resources are exhausted. That's why we are supporting him with the artificial means. But they are also with their own plus and minuses. So what is your final outcome, results, and your own analysis that it was really beneficial, or it was just another hit and trial, but the ultimate result was death or lost or more complications like ventilation-associated pneumonias or other infections? Because in third world countries, I don't think so. Our most of the paramedical staff will be so much highly trained and aware about the patient's safety and their own safety. So the straight question is, what is your final analysis up till now and observation that this ventilation, early ventilation or late ventilation or invasive ventilation or non-invasive ventilation was really beneficial, or the end result was not good enough to run for it in such a panic situation? Thank you. Please spread it. And you all, maybe it takes a few weeks to publish such literature, but you can share your data or your observations through media, through social media, and your videos as well. Please share whatever knowledge you people have, especially Chinese. Dub it in English. Most of the world know this language, or anyone else who can translate, the media people. they should translate into the other languages and spread this message. Thank you. This is my serious and real concern, that what is the real role of ventilation and kind of ventilation and time of ventilation and its results. Thanks. I am waiting.
علم القرآن خلق الإنسان